Right, it seems like all the Finnish players are in the party now, so things are definitely going on right now, but still no lobby. As far as I'm aware, Zamu is scheduled to play today. He's part of the Finnish main lineup, which is to be expected since he is one of the
Yes, of course.
strongest players in Finland. But for some reason that I am not aware of, the whole match is delayed. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on.
Let me check the discussion channel. Maybe something is going on there.
Nope, nothing. Not even in the restricted channels, like the captain only channel. There's nothing going on.
Okay. Like Garma, who do you expect to be in the main line of for Finland?
Hmm. I mean, I guess there's a few options. Like Finland is one of the strongest countries in CTR as a whole. Finland has many great players for sure, and I can definitely say Onks and Samu for sure. Also Foons, and then it could be either one of Hanks or maybe even Vizixen, a very strong player. I can see any one of those players play
What do
in
you
the
say
World
about
Cup.
G-Cox? What do you say about G-Cox? To be the fourth one?
Jacobs. Um, I don't know much about Jacobs. I haven't played with him too often at all. He is a strong player for sure, but I don't know if he's on that level that Samu, Ongs, or Foons are on, since they've played so much longer and they have so much more experience in wars. Foons has been in GSC with Samu and Ongs together for a while, and yeah, so that's definitely something to consider.
Okay, the lobby is starting. Finally.
Nice. Okay, it seems like Samu's not streaming, which is a shame. I would have loved to use his
Yes, that's a shame.
perspective. But okay, yeah. It's a shame. Okay, Zamu, Ongs, Foons, and we have Vizixen. Yeah, as I expected. Vizixen. For Saudi Arabia, it's HFC, it seems, DX, Doom.
And Ahmed, most likely.
Yeah, it's most likely Ahmed or Ahmed. I don't know what his name's pronounced like. Yeah,
I think
DX.
both of the pronunciations are actually wrong. So
Yeah,
it's,
probably.
it's
Yeah, the Arabian players, they like to use those weird type of name, I guess.
Al Hood. Is Al Hood.
Yeah, this is Al Hood. Okay, okay, it's Al Hood playing instead of Ahmed.
So on
Al
the Finnish
Hood.
side, we have Zamu, Beziksen, Foons, and Onks, presumably.
I would guess it's Ongs.
Presumably Onks. And then
I
we have on the Arab side, we have DX, Doom, HFC, and Al Hood.
Yep.
All like crazy good players.
Yep.
Like they're
This
all
is
top,
this is a stacked lobby, and actually stacked lobby.
very stacked.
Some of the best players of the game are in this lobby.
Exactly. Yes, Onks.
Yeah, this is Ongs. He goes by the tag Giraffe. Giraffe. I don't know how it's pronounced, but yeah,
Giraffe,
giraffe.
giraffe. But, yeah. We
Giraffe.
will refer to him, guys, as Onks because his name was previously Onks for the
Yep.
longest time, and he recently changed it to Giraffe, so
Yep.
we will just refer to him as
He's
Onks.
using a meme name. Yeah, we can definitely see here. This is a stacked lobby. I mean, obviously the most notable player here is Zamu. Zamu, pretty much the best item user in the community. Um,
Yes.
his item knowledge is just insane. His item usage is insane. Like he just lives to play with items, basically. he
Yeah,
has he
like
has he has such an extensive knowledge of the game's mechanics and of certain tracks. Like he knows how to snipe people across the entire track and out of time with the shield. And yeah, Zamu has an insane knowledge of tracks, of the game mechanics, and of items, of course. And his precision with bombs and other items is just insane. He is the best item user for sure. But there's many other dangerous players, such as Ongs, for example. He's a great front runner, also great player with items. He's very dangerous in pretty much any position he's in. Um, we have DX. DX usually a bit unstable connection, but DX very strong front runner. He's an insanely fast player. He has multiple time trial world records. So this is gonna be a very interesting match. We have a lot of stacked, uh, a lot of skill in this lobby. It's just insane. I could
like
probably write an entire paragraph about every single player in this lobby, but yeah,
exactly.
it's
Yes.
just it's just too much. Like every one of those players is a very strong player, so there's danger.
Oh, I think they want to switch the lines, front row and back row.
Yeah,
That's why.
yeah, they are probably switching.
And Onks is appearing like as if he's bugged on phone's screen. So, but not on HFC screen. Weirdly enough, like
Yeah, that's a glitch that sometimes happens. It's not really a big deal. Sometimes you see
just
someone else as your own name. But that's no big deal. It's just a visual glitch because this game is just perfectly polished.
yeah. Okay. I
I
mean,
don't
we have
know. I don't know what triggers this glitch. It occurs rarely, but it happens sometimes. I'm a bit surprised that Alhood is starting in the front row because Alhood usually takes on a more support role in wars. He often is in the back trying to hit players who are behind. So yeah,
Okay, guys, let's go. We are starting. Let's go. This is it. We have the two strongest item players in the lobby, Zamu and Doom. So this should be very interesting.
yep. HFC actually just asked me if it's allowed to swap positions during races, between races, and I'm actually not sure if this is allowed. So yeah. Okay, so what do I DX is likely going tight lines here. DX
Like
is
always.
insane on Tiny Arena. So Foon's taking tight lines here as well.
Mhm.
We see HFC going a bit wide here. He has 3 missiles. That's a very good
Uh,
item roll at the start of the race since he can take players out very early. Foons got hit by a blue shield. On and HFC missed the opportunity to combo him with another missile.
mhm.
So yeah, but Foons is getting comboed anyway. And yeah, we see two of the Finnish players front running. I guess that's Ongs and Zamu. I would almost assume.
Very unexpected, actually. Very
Oh,
unexpected.
that's a nice speaker.
Oh,
From whoever is in front. Oh no, Zamu's actually. Oh, he's the Viper. He's staying in the back. Yeah, that's what Zamu usually does. Zamu usually tries to stay in the back, and he will try to keep players behind. He definitely has the skill with items and the item knowledge for it.
Yes, he's pretty
So,
successful in doing it. So
yep, of course, Zamu, the best supporter in the community. He's just an insane player. I'm really happy that he's on my team usually, so I don't have to deal with him. So yeah, he is that
let's have
annoying. He is annoying as a player, but he's annoying in a good way.
in a good way if he's on your team.
Yeah. We see HFC getting comboed to 8th place. Not really a big of a difference. It's only 1 point in total. So Fuens is still in the pack. Basically, he still has the opportunity to make it to 3rd place to secure his team a top 3 if he can make it. 5th place, a very good spot. 5th place has access to every single
Oh,
item except the clock. So Fuens can basically get every single item here. A
mm,
very nice shield. Perfect orb. That's a well-timed orb. And yeah, the Finland team has 1, 2, and 4 now, and that's a massive difference in points.
mm,
If they can secure these positions, they are taking home a massive lead in the first
mm.
race. HFC is in the 8th place. He has a mask, but a mask on Tiny Arena is not very useful. A mask increases your speed, but at the same time, having a higher speed also means your airtime increases. And Tiny Arena is a notorious track for having many bumps where you can get a lot of airtime, so you are
Mm.
actually slowed down in a lot of instances. Yeah, a mask is definitely not the item that you want on Tiny Arena.
I mean, some curves it could be helpful, but in majority of track, like it's not helpful. So,
Yeah, it seems like Vizixen and Onks are completely separate from the rest of the race now. Actually,
mm,
no. It seems like Vizixen failed, and the
they just
player,
fade.
the player in second is catching up to him. Oh, we actually have a position glitch occurring. Okay, DX is the player in 3rd place, but he is not appearing correctly on the result
Mm.
screen. Um, we can see that the blue baby T who is behind the pink Purr, but he is not appearing on the left side, which means that DX is indeed position glitched.
That happens quite frequently if you have a bad connection.
Yeah, if you have a bad connection, this happens pretty easily. And it's especially annoying since Foons is actually 4th in this race, but he sees himself as 3rd on his own screen, which means he will only roll 3rd place items even though he is 4th. It's very unfortunate, but yeah, that's just how the game was programmed.
Zamu still last,
Yeah,
way behind because he got comboed to
Zamu's
eight
still
left.
last, but that's no
But
problem. He's keeping HFC and Alhut behind, which is an insane job. Like he sacrifices himself so that his team can secure high positions. That's definitely a commendable job. Um, like you can't have 4 front runners only on your team. That's not gonna work. You need one person that tries to fuck everyone up who's on the enemy
yeah,
team, and Zamu does exactly that job. We can see he has been pretty successful at keeping the players behind, and we see Foons actually comboing DX to 4th place. So Finland got top 3 in the first race on Tiny Arena. That's massive.
Baby T was Doom. Baby T was Doom. The
Oh,
blue
Baby
baby.
T was Doom. Oh, I thought it was DX. Okay. Okay, so Doom is actually glitched. But that's an insane top 3. That's a very nice play from Foons. He managed to hit Doom with the bomb. So yeah, that's a very strong race. We have seen Onks and Vizixen basically front run the entire race. They did a fantastic job. They didn't hit any unnecessary items. They just drove very consistently through the track and secured that top 2. And the top 2 guaranteed win. Foons managed to get 3rd. That's another 6 points. So yeah, that backwards missile from Vizzy definitely helped Foons to catch up here, brought him back onto third place.
Mm-hmm.
Just an insane
Very
play.
strong lead with the finish here.
Yep.
Very strong lead in the beginning. So I think Doom got fifth in the end because
Yep.
you
Yep.
could see his right place on HFC stream. So.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, Doom got fifth. DX got fourth. HFC got last, I think, right?
It could be. I didn't. It could be like Zamu was seventh, wasn't he?
Yeah, Zamu was seventh.
Then HFC was last. Yeah.
Then HFC was last. Okay. So looking at the scores, I'm gonna blend in the scores real quick. So these are the scores after the first race. Yeah, Team Finland is leading by 13 points. So that's definitely a very strong start. That's definitely what they want to have. And yeah.
Nice one, Finland. Nice
Yep.
one.
I am actually going to switch to Zamu's perspective now, since he started his
Okay,
stream.
streaming. Okay,
And
nice.
yeah, I will switch to Zamu's perspective since unless Zamu.
I will switch to. So it's GSC underscore Zamu.
Yep, it's GSC underscore Zamu. Do a quick reload and then yeah, we can see Zamu's perspective now, since Zamu does a lot of play with items and his perspective will be very interesting to watch. So this is so everyone who's watching, see yourself in for a treat. Oh no, Zamu actually got last. My points are incorrect. Zamu got last and HFC got 7th.
Okay, guys, let's go.
Okay, Zamu doing the secret tech here. He tried to get 10 boom bars. 10 boom bars on Polar Pass, very powerful, especially since he now rolled a mask. He can basically plow through the enemy team with that mask, but he is probably going to keep it until he's at the boom bar crate at the bridge. And he fails the big boy. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's putting him in a big disadvantage. He has to use that unjuiced mask. Unjuiced masks last around 6 seconds shorter than juiced masks, but he can still, yeah, he still hit them. Nice, that's a very insane combo.
Oh no, he used the mask before before the mask got juiced up. You see?
Yep.
Just a fraction of a second before it got like juiced up. That's unfortunate.
HFC lost fire, so he's probably going to get hit by Zamu now.
Okay, there was a red beaker behind.
But he has 3 juiced up missiles, so yeah, he's trying to stay behind. Yeah, but he's gonna get Oh, HFC fails and falls down. That's unfortunate. HFC could have definitely gotten Zamu with these juiced up missiles. Juiced up missiles, extremely fast. They are faster than Blue Fire on most tracks. So, yeah. We see Doom leading. Ongs closely behind Doom. Ongs is a very strong Polar Pass player. He definitely has the lines to catch up to Doom. The question is, can he do that? We also see Zamu hitting a red beaker trapped inside the Wooper crate. So
okay, Doom messed up. Songs is leading now. They were having a very, very tight battle there.
Oh, the X approaching with a mask. Yeah. And HFC also approaching with a mask. Yeah, Zamu is getting comboed now. In the bottom positions. That's basically what playing at the bottom is. Since the bottom positions, like 6th place to 8th place, they get a lot of mask rolls, a lot of triple missile rolls, and being stuck in the back means you are continuously hitting each other with masks and maybe
Mm.
even orbs and clocks.
You forgot the most frequent item, Gar.
Yeah, the super engine. Yeah, you get those as well. We actually see HFC with the most powerful item in the game, the clock. If they time the clock well, the clock can have a devastating effect on the entire race. Ideally, they would use the clock after everyone passed the blue fire pad, but since this is the last lap, they are probably going to have to use the clock very soon, or otherwise they won't have enough time to catch up. So I
No,
will expect to see the
we-
clock being used in a couple seconds. Yeah, yeah, there it is. And that's actually not really a good clock, since all it did was enabling Foons to overtake Vizixen, but Vizixen is going to get blue fire back here. He is securing that 5th place that Foons would have otherwise had. So nothing really changed because of that clock. Yeah, kinda unfortunate. Zamu got last again, but managed to keep HFC and DX in the back, so definitely he did a well job there.
yeah, great job by Zam.
On Zamu's screen, we can actually see the points since he's doing scores, so there's no need for me to show these scores again. Yeah, Ongs again winning the race. He front run like crazy. He didn't fail. He made good plays, so definitely well done, Ongs. Well done.
Is it from Monks because like he was inactive for like 2 months, and he managed just to like to just like yeah drive like crazy across the track.
Yeah,
Like,
CTR
wow.
is like driving with a bicycle. You never
Forget how to do it.
yeah, you never forget how to do it.
Crazy play, crazy play.
Yep.
Nicely done.
Yeah, they didn't win any. Like, they didn't win too much points in this race. I think they lost 1 point. But yeah, keeping the points is well enough on its own. So we see Ongs definitely with the 2 wins here. Vizixen also doing great job. Foons, Zamu as well. And yeah, Saudi Arabia definitely has to step up their game if they want to catch up. But it's nothing we haven't seen from them already, so they can definitely do it.
What is Samu doing on his stream?
No, that's not Zamu, that's Ongs.
Ah, that's Onks.
Yep, that's
What?
Ongs.
Okay, he got that. Okay, I now understand. Like, okay, okay.
Also, I just wanna say I hope everyone is enjoying the English commentary. I see a lot of viewers in my chat here. I hope it's entertaining. Uh, I don't know what else to say. I
Just
yeah,
be
I hope it is.
just in the camera, so watch out. Beware. Okay, we are in for some action. I see.
Yeah.
Onks is trying to show us something.
Can I just say that Zamu's waiting screen is just so erratic, so crazy. He has the sloth, his signature animal, cycling around, and a picture of Crash Cove in the background. Crash Cove, Zamu's favorite track. So his waiting screen has a lot of personality.
Ah, okay, he's getting ready. He's showing off.
Um, I love how Zamu doesn't have Finland as a title in his score sheet, but rather than he has GSC. But yeah, a nice little detail. Zamu is probably getting fire here, but he will probably go for a crate and for the
Yeah.
Wumpas here. He got 3 missiles. That's actually a decent item roll. Ideally, he would yeah, and he's getting a mask before the shortcut. That's very unfortunate. That's a huge time loss. That's at least 10 seconds gone. Since he lost fire and he fell down, and yeah.
At least he got a speed engine. What's up?
He got a super engine. A super engine on this track actually pretty useful, since Out of Time is one of the hardest tracks in the game in terms of technical difficulty. When it comes to like keeping reserves and stuff, the track is very precise when it comes to lines. So a super engine on this track, very helpful for sure. He's gonna take that blue fire here, and yeah, he has infinite reserves, so he can just basically go on and not care about his reserves. We see Ongs again front running in first place. Insane. He managed to get away.
Good lord. Zamu's still getting the super engines. Let's
Yeah.
go. Super
Yeah.
engine for life.
It's a bit unfortunate. He had already had 1 super engine. He's definitely not needing more than 1.
Yeah,
But he's getting a
something.
mask now. He didn't hit Doom. That can prove fatal in the long run, since Doom has the option to catch back up to him. But
HFC, very fortunate with the TNT. He had to like fall down.
yeah, Zamu is approaching quickly with that mask. He might be able to take out Alhut and HSC if he gets another mask, which is very likely on 7th place. He's going wide there because he expects a Bika, and he gets the mask, and he can definitely
Nice one, nice one.
get those 2 players out of the way. He's probably going to hit Alhut here and take him out of the race, and
You want
he
this?
gets the X, and he gets HFC as well. Wow, that's an insane play. Holy shit.
Zamu, let's go.
They have top 4 now. Wow, insane.
Oh. Let's go. Insane play by the Finns.
Zamu is in the ideal place now. He has infinite reserves, so he doesn't need to care about his power sliding or anything. He can take the best lines on this track. He can basically keep his lead. He can backspam. He can trap all the technical spots on this track. Like, he can trap every corner, which will force the enemies behind him to go even wider and lose even more time. So if he uses... he gets hit by the two-step missile.
He got hit by a rocket.
But even then, getting hit by that rocket is not too big of a loss, since his team has top 3 basically secured.
Basically secured.
So even if he drops down, it's not that big of a loss, and he gets another mask. Takes HFC out.
Man, to hit the HFC. Wow. Okay. He got Norb. What?
I think Zamu is actually 7th. Yeah, he's actually 7th because Doom is glitched out on his screen. But yeah, Zamu definitely did a well job in this race. He did finish 7th, but you can't just ignore what he did in that race, how he took out all those players so that his team could get top 3. So that's definitely commendable.
Amazing play. I'm speechless.
Yeah,
Amazing play. This was incredible.
Yep. Of course, a lot of strategies in this game are slightly RNG based, since getting certain items is always luck based, of course. Instead of that mask that he used to take everyone out, he might have ended up with a super engine as well. Sometimes you have those situations. So CTR is all about adapting to your item rolls, thinking about the best way to use the item that you got. Like, you don't always end up with a mask, sometimes you end up with a super engine. And Zamu definitely a great player at adapting, making the best out of every item that he rolls, no matter what it is.
I think that Zamu was definitely the MVP in
Yep,
all of time.
yep.
Definitely.
I mean, we can't just highlight Zamu here, we also need to highlight Ongs as well. He managed to front run again, took home 10 points again. That's the 3rd time in a row, which is pretty insane in such a stacked lobby. So it's definitely a team effort, you know.
Songs with the crazy dance, victory dance. Let's call it the victory dance again.
Yeah, we aren't seeing many good plays from Saudi Arabia, which is a bit unusual since Saudi Arabia is one of
Unexpected.
the strongest countries, one of the strongest teams, and we don't see that many good plays from Saudi Arabia. They are taking out Zamu quite often since Zamu usually stays in the back, but so far we haven't seen anything special on their part. So it's gonna be interesting to see how Saudi Arabia is planning to get back into the game since they are now behind by 25 points, and that's a lot.
Well, mhm.
Especially since we are only playing 8 tracks, so the time to catch back up is definitely limited.
I mean, they're one of the favorites to win the World Cup, so this is definitely not expected. I mean,
I
they
mean, for
really
sure, for
unfortunate,
sure.
but still,
I
I
know a
mean,
lot of people in the community who are actually betting on Saudi Arabia winning the entire World Cup because
hmm hmm
all these players have been teaming with each other for many months, and they are all strong players. They know how to use items, and yeah, they are one of the strongest teams in the community for sure. So yeah, assembly lane. Zam was probably going to take the Wumpas here because he wants to get a good item roll. He's slowing down a little bit so that he gets an item roll for a lower place, and he gets a mask. That's
man,
massive. He
the
can
second place, nice.
he gets bombed, which is a bit unfortunate, but he definitely had the option to take a lot of players out early. That mask probably not too useful since he's so far behind and the mask is going to run out before he's catching anyone. But Ongs gets a mask, takes players
hmm
out, and we see Finland with 3 out of 4 players in top 4, so that's a very strong start for them. Someone's going wide here. He probably intends to squish people here, but he's
Yeah.
getting missed. It's
Oh, he got one. That's okay,
unfortunate.
but
Yeah, he's juicing up those missiles because juiced up missiles are a lot faster than unjuiced missiles, and they can actually get people on this long straight section. Okay, unfortunately, it was a bit too tight. He's shooting those missiles away because he doesn't need them. They won't catch anyone here, but he can use that mass to catch up. We actually see Zamu not jumping. He's not doing any trick jumps, as the game calls it, because doing a trick jump slows you down when you have a mask, since you get so much airtime. So it's a nice little detail to pay attention to. And he fires the orb without even calling. Wow, he hits everyone. Holy shit. And his team is top 4 again. Wow.
okay, okay. Someone is going crazy today.
That's just his intuition. Like he saw immediately, okay, this warp I can take out everyone, and he just fired it without even calling it out, and he hit everyone, and now his team is top 4 with with an insane lead. That's massive. Holy shit.
Yo, like bad luck, but so unfortunate for HFC. Like they were two green beakers in the shortcut. He managed to avoid them, and he got still hit.
Yep.
That's so unfortunate.
Yeah, the game has sometimes you get hit by
That's
desync
killing the
items.
shortcut. No, this is unbelievable. I never saw him failing the shortcut. Although this is his most hated track, I know that because I played a lot of itemless with DX back in the
Mm.
day. So he hates this track, but still to fail the shortcut.
Oh, Zamu actually hits the wall. Not really that big of a deal. He has to power slide again now. He lost fire, but it's probably not that big of a deal either. Um, they, they are catching up, but he still has a juiced up missile in his storage, so he's going wide here to let the other player overtake him. He evades that unjuiced warp. Nice intuition.
hmm
He saw on the map that he's not getting targeted. He shoots Alhut before the shortcut. That's
Yeah.
painful. Alhut is losing so much time because of that. Yeah, Ongs and Foons are basically gone. They are out of reach for anyone. I don't think anything will get them anymore, not even a Warp, since they are so far ahead. And if they can secure those top, and he bombed the X with a back bomb, insane. That's Zamu's skill, sniping people. He's gonna back bomb here, and yeah, he hit him. Wow, it's just insane. His precision with back bombs is just insane. He's probably going to backstab here again. Okay. Oh, he actually hit someone. He hit Al-Hud. Wow.
Like you mentioned, like his item play is just
Yeah.
too insane. He's
Yeah.
the best item
Yeah.
player. Like you can see it now. This was just a clear showcase of that.
Yeah.
Clear showcase.
When Samu targets you, he is going to hit you. Yeah, we see Ongs and Foons with the top two. A top two is a guaranteed win, so no matter what positions the Arabian team gets, they can't make up the point difference. They get an AW, but it's not going to change anything since he's getting hit so close before the finish line. And yeah, he takes home that fifth place, Vizixen with the sixth place, so another very strong
Another win.
plus points for Team Finland.
Another win.
And the gap in points is increasing steadily.
Okay, we have half time now. Maybe they will like decide to maybe sub someone.
Yep.
Or
I can see I
do
can
something.
see Ahmed coming in
Yeah.
for the Arabian team. Ahmed, very strong front runner. He has multiple time trial world records, so they might actually switch out someone for Ahmed so that they can get another front runner. Or they decide to stick with the team that they have right now. Yeah, I don't know what their strategy is. The tracks that are coming up probably don't need a strong front runner, but who knows? 36-point difference. That's really a lot. To make up these points, they would basically need 2 top 4s. So that's gonna be difficult.
I mean, the Arabs have to do something.
Yep.
It's not going well.
Oh, that's the wrong one. So for anyone who's wondering, these are the tracks. So far we've played Tiny Arena, Polar Pass, Out of Time, and Assembly Lane. Coming up are Engine Labs, Tiny Temple, Gingerbread Joyride, and Koala Carnival. So these are very interesting tracks, and all are Blue Fire tracks. So it's gonna be interesting.
I mean, the only real track that could be here, like actually painfully one-sided and boring, is Engine Lab.
Um, yeah, Engine Labs is a track where not many things are usually happening. It's a very simple track. You can't really outline someone. Usually the positions are somewhat fixed after 1 or 2 laps, and then nothing really changes anymore. A blue fire loss on Engine Labs is not really a big deal at all. You only lose around 4 or 5 seconds if you lose blue fire. Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting to see what their strategy on Engine Labs is going to be. It's a very basic track. There aren't many shortcuts. I mean, there are no shortcuts at all, really. And there's a couple tactical spots to place items on, but that's as far as it goes, basically. Engine Labs is definitely one of the most simple tracks in the game.
But something is definitely happening. Something is happening on the Arab screen. So
Yep.
I think they will try to do something.
Yep.
They have to do something.
Yep.
I mean,
Yep.
this is not going well for them.
Yep. Whatever strategy they have, it's not working out. Since they lost 4 races in a row, we can safely say that it's not the item RNG, but rather just they are doing something wrong. So the question is, what are they going to change? And I could imagine that they would bring another front runner into their game. So yeah, we have to see. Because we've seen DX having high positions, but he's usually alone and has to fight against 2 or 3 people of Team Finland. And being alone against 3 people in CTR is just, it's just horrible. You don't want to be in that position. And I can imagine they would bring out another front runner um, that maybe joins the pack at the start and goes tight and tries to keep the other front runners in the back. So yeah, they have to make sure not to exceed the timeout limit. There's a timeout limit in this tournament. It's set to 5 minutes, so they better not exceed it.
But I mean, I was curious because I've read the rules, and yeah, officially it's 5 minutes, but like Italy versus Spain, it was like
Mm.
over 20 minutes. Like, and I was like wondering, guys, are you doing something against this too long? This taking too. This is unfair. I mean, if it's 5 minutes, then it's 5 minutes. Like,
Yeah,
why 20 minutes? Like,
yeah, rules tend to get broken sometimes. Oh, they actually put in Screed. That's a very interesting pick.
okay, multi.
I did not expect this at all. But
Me neither.
okay.
He's a cool guy. He's a very, very cool guy.
Yes,
Nice.
yes. That's actually a very interesting pick. I did not expect Scree to be used here, since Scree, also a Saudi Arabian player, he's part of HG. He doesn't usually play with the other Saudi Arabian players, so I'm kind of surprised that they are bringing him in. But I mean, yeah, if it's gonna work, then why not?
Joe, I'm so excited to see him play. Like, he is really crazy good. Like, I remember back in the AG days, like he was like doing like crazy
Yep,
runs, like
yep,
crazy TT times in like 2 hours. He was like getting top 50 in every track, like in 2 hours. Like
yep.
like he plays the track 2 hours and he's top 50.
Yep,
Like he
ever since I got to know Scree, he has been steadily improving. He has gotten so much better at the game over the past few months, and it's gonna be interesting to see how well he does against the Finnish players. Finnish players also very strong, so it's gonna be interesting to see if he can keep up with them, um, or if he's maybe gonna play some sort of support role. I don't know what their strategy is, where Scree's strengths are. I would assume he's more of a front runner, but maybe he's going for support. Who knows? We are gonna see when the race starts. Doom left. Oh, they are probably switching positions. Okay. Yeah, Scree is probably going into front row.
I would say that he would
Yep,
play
yep, yep,
in
yep.
front.
Scree in the front row. That's what I expected. I would assume that he is going to front run, and it looks like it's that he's gonna front run. Yeah, as I expected. And Doom is taking on the support role, so yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what kind of plays they are gonna do. Scree might be the player that is able to turn this match around. Who knows? Who knows?
He got the potential. That's all I can tell you. Like
He
I know.
definitely has. He definitely has. I mean, everyone in this lobby theoretically has the potential to turn everything around, you know? But then again, the Finnish players also have the power to stop it from turning around. So, yeah.
I mean, more or less Zamu. So
Yeah, Zamu is definitely underappreciated. He usually he never has many points on the scoreboard, which makes many players underestimate him. But the plays that he
exactly.
does in wars are so important for the entire team, and
The,
I
people are just they're just taking notice of the
yeah,
points
yeah,
and like
yeah.
underestimating
People
other
people
players
just look at
that
the score chart and
mm,
interpret certain things into it, and scores they aren't
not
representative of how good someone actually played, and you should definitely take into consideration that yeah, no matter how many points someone has, it's what really matters is how did he play, and that's really what counts.
Yeah, what he did for this team. I mean, okay, free for all is something else. We're talking
Yep.
about team friendly.
Yeah, we
Free
are
for
talking
all is
about
something
teams
else.
here. The team effort is what wins a race and not the individual
Yes,
scores.
exactly.
We see Zamu staying behind. He rolls a mask. That's insane. He has such good item rolls
Nice.
at the start. He can. Oh, he got taken out. Damn. If he had used that mask a couple seconds earlier, he would have been able to take at least two people from the enemy team out. So he is now behind. He only has bootleg blue fire. The bootleg blue fire from the blue tunnel is a little bit slower than the blue fire from the first SDP. It's not a major difference. It's around 2 seconds per lap. Um, but it's definitely not something you want to happen.
Okay, he almost fall down.
Oh, HFC gets
Yeah,
beakered and
see.
falls down.
What? Oh, he bumped once and got peaked.
Yep,
Okay.
that's an insane interaction.
Okay, another beaker.
Yeah, and
Okay.
we can
That's
see
great.
we can see Zamu actually squishing HFC, which made him fall down. So HFC is now very far behind. Um,
Zamu
Zamu
is looking
outlining Doom to
strong.
squish him. Very good play, fantastic adaptation. So yeah, there's a lot of items here. Zamu gets the super engine. We actually see Scree in third place. He's the only one from the Saudi Arabian team who is in the top four. So it's gonna be interesting to see if he can make some plays so that he can bring his teammates back into the game. Since they are a bit behind. But
Okay,
then
Zamu
again,
beaker.
we
Okay,
see
nice.
Zamu going wide before the SDP. The SDP, a very tactical spot. People usually play speakers there, but nowadays it's so obvious that people preemptively always go wide to avoid beakers there.
Exactly.
So it's not really that tactical of a spot anymore. Vizixen and Ongs doing front running again. They are doing an amazing job at front running.
Ong's
Um,
first again. Give me a break.
yeah,
Unbelievable.
Ongs is he's gonna take home that 80 points almost.
Ongs,
we
you
see
mad
We see Doom failing. Age of Season 5th, he's catching up with a mask, but yeah, we aren't seeing any notable players. They aren't really catching up. They are interacting with other players. They are backbombing people, but they can't make that breakthrough into the top two. And yeah, if you don't have top two, then it's gonna be tough to win a race.
I mean, it's mostly to Zamu, but that's my opinion. It's
Yep.
mostly to Zamu, but
Of course,
let's not.
Zamu also getting he is prone to getting wrecked by power items, which often let him end up in 8th place or 7th place. But yeah, he almost squished his own teammate. Yeah, the race is rather even at the moment. We see Foons and Zamu being at the back. They have bottom two, but it seems like Doom fell before the SDP, and he's standing at the wall, and he's not even moving. What's he doing?
No, he gave up.
We see Doom standing still on the wall. Okay, is he throwing his position, his race? Okay,
It could be
interesting.
that he gave up.
Because if so, that's not really great sportsmanship. But yeah, it is what it is. But then again, it's the last lap. He might have just seen, okay, I got hit after the SDP. There's no way for me to catch up again. So
Yeah.
he just stopped.
Okay, the Arabs managed to get third and fourth place and fifth place, so
Yep.
it's actually at least something.
We see Scree getting third. He's definitely already going in strong. But he hasn't been able to break through to the top two. So yeah, it's becoming increasingly difficult for Saudi Arabia to catch up here. The point difference is increasing with every single race. There's only 3 tracks left now, and they basically need to get at least top 3 in every single race now if they want to catch back up.
Oh, Onks is writing something in your chat like Doom AFKing took my shield off by AFKing.
Yep.
Okay.
That's actually a violation of rules, I think.
And what's the punishment?
I have to check if it's legal because I think the rules. Yeah, I think the rules state that if you are giving up because you are just like there's no way for you to catch up or anything, then you have to stay in a corner and not in the middle of the road so that people can't drive into you and lose a blue shield, for example. And it seems like Ongs actually lost the blue shield because Doom was standing in the middle of the road. So if that's the case, then that's a rule violation.
I mean, on the mini map, it looked like he was like staring at the wall. Like,
Yeah, on the minimap it looked like he was staying at the wall, but probably due to desync, Ongs may have hit him. So depends.
by the way, hi Bauer. Bauer is saying hi to us. And
Mm.
Fratelli Dark Crash is our Fratelli, brother in intelligence.
Okay. Yeah, they
See,
are now 43 points ahead. Um, it's just difficult now. They need to make insane plays. And
I
Finland
think
is on fire right now.
Finland is on fire, but I mean, Ong's a great front runner. Like
Yep.
Zamo, crazy good support. Like they're killing them all off. Like the opponent from the opponent team.
Yeah,
But
Ongs and
see some,
Zamu.
some hype. I don't like it when it's so like one-sided. You
Yep,
know.
yep.
I mean, it's. I mean, the only joy is for the winning team. To be honest, maybe not so. Even
Yep.
if the difference is so big, like now
A
it's like
pattern that I am seeing is I think Finland has better starts. They always have one or two players
yeah,
escape,
yeah,
and you know in CTR when you escape, it's so easy to take home the win because items don't usually get to you. And we see HFC, we see two of them getting bombed again, and they have top four at the start. Holy shit,
you
that's
did.
insane! Samu took everyone out.
I'm telling you, this is all because of Zamu. That guy is a madman.
He's slowing down intentionally to hit them with a missile again. He's getting hit himself, but that doesn't really matter since
Doesn't really matter.
his team managed to break away. And if they can secure top 3, that's another 11 points for them at least. So, yeah, it's just wow. He fails a shortcut, a bit unfortunate, but Tiny Temple, interesting track. For a long time, I was convinced that it has the fastest blue fire in the game. Actually, DSD has the fastest blue fire in the game, but still, Tiny Temple, very fast blue fire. If you lose blue fire here, you lose 20 seconds immediately, at least, if not more. And this track mainly revolves around taking someone's blue fire away, because if you lose blue fire, you are out. You're absolutely out. There's no way for you to catch back up since you lose so much time. And
And then this track is pretty unbalanced.
yeah, we see Zamu using the super engine to take Scree's blue shield away. Very important interaction because otherwise Scree would have likely hit him. Um, we see Ongs and Physixen again. They are just amazing front runners. I don't know. They are so
Unbelievable.
they are so consistent. They
Unbelievable.
don't fuck up. They just keep that lead. They hold on to these 18 points. And you know, top 2 is a guaranteed win, no matter what positions the Saudi Arabian players are getting. So yeah, we see Zamu chaining masks. They're crazy. He's gonna evade that warp, and yeah, he's just he's playing God mode right now. HFC got hit on the blue fire on the and Samu actually falls down. Wow,
Okay.
unfortunate, but it's not really changing much. Um,
Okay, Doom managed to get second. Okay, nice. Ongs got third. And
DX, it's DX. Yeah, DX and Doom. Oh, an interaction happened, and it seems
yes,
like
the DX is first. Yes.
And the Saudi Arabian players have taken over the top two for the first time in this set, actually, I think, yeah.
Okay, and HFC hitting Onks with a massive
It seems like the warp orb was pretty well timed. It didn't
very
hit
well.
Samu,
Okay,
but it hit the top two.
let's go Saudi Arabia. This is what I wanna see. This is what I wanna watch.
Yep. Samu evading. Wow, he gets fifth. Holy shit. Oh no, he lost
Um,
by a tenth of a second to Scree. But okay, yeah, actually that's the first race that the Saudi Arabian players actually won. Yeah, the warp ball, well timed. It hit everyone from the enemy team. It helped Saudi Arabia to catch back up. Of course, DX and Doom did their part, hitting the players from Finland who were at the front, so that they can overtake them. And yeah, it's just well played, well timed orb. That's definitely what they need. But then
I mean,
again, Finland still has a strong lead, and they need more than just that if they want to catch up.
like, is it even possible for them to catch up?
A top four is 19 points, so I think the point difference is below 38 points. I would assume, if my math isn't wrong. Yeah, they are 34 points ahead now. So basically, if Saudi Arabia gets two top fours in a row on the last two tracks, then they can win the set. Considering how the races so far went, I would say it's not very likely that this happens. But you never know. You never know.
You never know.
Everything can happen. So all it needs is one good clock, one good warp orb, and especially on tracks like Gingerbread Joyride. Gingerbread Joyride is another Blue Fire track, and only one SDP. If they all get clocked after the SDP, then it's looking grim, and that can completely flip the race around. So the potential to come back is definitely there.
It's there. It's there. They can easily flip it. Okay, let's go Saudi Arabia. You can do this. Fight for the win. Let's go. Don't give up so easily.
Yep.
I mean, DX was holding the VR for so long, and I mean, his like lines are sick on Gingerbread Joyride.
Yep.
So if he managed to break off into
DX,
the team, that's it.
DX, yeah, DX had the world record on Gingerbread Joyride for a very long time. He recently got beaten by Jordi, but only by a handful frames. It's not that big of a difference. The track is very optimized, but still, DX is by far the strongest player on this track in this lobby. If DX gets away early, then we can safely assume that he is going to take home that win, since this is one of his best tracks. He was the first player who achieved the 148, I remember. And yeah, he still has the second best time on this track, if I'm not mistaken, after Jordi. So yeah, Gingerbread Joyride, one of my favorite tracks in the game. It just looks so beautiful. It has a great atmosphere. It's just an amazing.
Beautiful track.
Yeah,
Beautiful
it's a very
music.
beautiful track. I absolutely love it. The music is cool. It has such a good atmosphere. And I think the lobby may have crashed. Oh no, someone is watching cutscenes, I guess. Or did the lobby crash entirely? It actually, I think this lobby crashed.
This lobby crashed. This lobby
Yeah,
crashed.
yeah, this is a crash. Unfortunate, Beanox, fix the fucking game. Yeah. Sad. Hate when that happens. Yeah, they have to redo the lobby now since the race is not going to start.
Brace yourselves, guys. This will take some time.
Unfortunately, going out of the lobby and entering private lobby again shuffles all starting positions. which is very annoying since we use a checkered starting pattern in tournaments. So yeah, they have to set up the lobby again now. Very unfortunate.
What are they waiting for? Like, it won't start, so they should
Yeah,
just. That's it.
yeah. Sometimes it just takes very long, but in this case, I guess it was obvious that it's not going to start since the lobby just took so long, and yeah. Yeah, everyone is leaving now since the starting positions are completely messed up now. If you enter private lobby with players who already joined you, then the starting positions get shuffled randomly. And yeah, since we use a checkered starting pattern, they have to redo the lobby. Yeah, we see all the Saudi Arabian players in the front. Of course, that's not how it's supposed to be. So yeah, they are redoing the lobby now, and then we can move on to the last two races, which are Gingerbread Joyride. Again, if you look at the track selection, we have Gingerbread Joyride coming up, and one of my favorite tracks in the game nowadays, Koala Carnival. The most simple track in the game, and yet it's incredibly fun in wars or in 4v4 in general, since it allows for very good item plays. And it's gonna be very interesting to see, especially Zamu on Koala Carnival.
Yeah, I can get very technical on Koala Carnival with item
Yep.
play.
Koala Carnival has a lot of depth to it. Even though it's the most simple track, it's literally just a circle, but you can do so much crazy item plays on this track, it's insane. I also want to mention I have 51 viewers at the moment. That's absolutely crazy. Um, Thanks to everyone who's watching.
Thanks, guys. We appreciate it. We love you all.
Yeah, it's good doing commentary not only for two people. So I appreciate everyone who's watching, and I hope it's enjoyable.
Fail you, fuck you.
Fuck you! Wow, my man is coming out toxic.
Yeah, show me some love
Yeah,
in his own way.
true. Everyone loves differently.
Okay, they're like, okay, what's happening? Did they manage to get the first five, the first six, and then someone left? Okay,
Oh, they are redoing the lobby again? Or do they have connection issues?
because it just stopped, you know. Like
Yeah.
five of them went, like they just stopped.
I mean, yeah, setting up lobbies in this game can be a bit painful. Sometimes you run into connectivity issues. We've all heard of players who get suddenly disconnected randomly and can't join back for whatever reason. The game just likes to troll people sometimes, it seems.
I think that's what's happening because that's what happened because HFC had to redo the whole.
Mm. Yeah, but I think they are gonna rebuild the lobby now finally, and then we can hopefully move on to the last two races. Okay, this looks better. We have Vizixen and Ongs in front. The two MVPs, the front runners. So yeah, I don't know what kind of strategy everyone is going to use on Gingerbread Joyride, especially the Saudi Arabian players, since they need basically to secure the top 4 if they want to still have a shot at winning this match. So they need to do something.
And they will probably go all in. I mean, there is no other option.
Yep, likely. There's likely no other option. DX is likely taking the tightest lines that he can to get an early lead. And as for everyone else, it really depends on what items they are going to roll on the first set of crates.
I mean, Screed will go fast for sure too.
Yep,
So
yep. It's always good to go tight with multiple people at the start, because the chance to get taken out early by a bomb or a mask is just big, because there's 8 players, 8 item rolls, and the chance for a mask to appear is just so big. And you definitely don't want to have only one front runner in the game against 3 other players of the enemy team. So going tight with multiple people is always a good strategy, because it's statistically just so much more unlikely for 3 players to get all hit at the start, than it is for just one player, you know. And they definitely want to have multiple people trying to front run, so they can secure that at least one player actually manages to escape. And
okay, and we just officially started. We are continuing finally the
yep,
last two tracks. So let's hope. Yeah, the Arabs will try at least to make a comeback here.
yep,
But,
they
let's
have
hope
to,
they
they have
try.
to, they have to, if they want to win this set, they have to secure top 4, or at least top 3 and 5th place, or 6th place at most. But everything else won't be enough to secure them the win. And even if they get top 3 and 6th place, it's gonna end up in a tie if they get top 4 after. So they basically need top 3 and 5th place at least, if they want to win, or still have a chance at winning the set.
Yeah,
And
we'll see if they
this
will manage to do.
is gonna be a
Let's see.
tough.
Let's get hype.
We see Samo using intro
Let's go.
cutscenes here. Intro cutscenes aren't affecting the jelly cycles on this track, so it's basically useless. We see Samo slowing down already. He rolls a super engine. He can squish players here, but most importantly, he can also get a
Yeah,
blue
we got
fire.
fish back. Okay, HFC trapping a green beaker. He got a shield. He's using his green shield immediately.
Mm.
Doesn't want to risk anything.
Yeah, that green shield. Wow, that bomb almost hit Zamu. Um, Yeah, HFC, he basically needs to take Zamu out here. He needs to place an item at a very good spot. But of course, Zamu is aware of
Oh, he
my
got him.
nice. He
Oh,
got him with a
HFC
bomb.
bomb.
That's
Nice, nice. HFC, great place.
yeah, but sadly, Foons was behind him. Zamu is not really like. Of course, Zamu lost one position, but that one position was gained by Foons, so the team basically lost nothing. We see HFC getting respawned
Oh,
on the shortcut.
no,
Team
no.
Finland now has top 3, and their lead is just massive. Ongs is basically gone. Ongs is already the winner of this race. Like, nothing is gonna get him. We see Zamu getting squished by the jellies with the TNT on his head, so he's exploding instantly. He's probably betting on rolling a bomb here, and he gets 3 bombs. That's basically perfect, since he can snipe people with bombs. And oh, he fails and doesn't hit them. He could have actually hit both of them since they were so close. But yeah, he didn't manage to. HSC now with the blue shield. We can see on his screen he's ahead of Samu. So he can keep that shield, and Samu gets
Someone
masked
failed
onto the
shortcut,
short.
got respawned.
No, he got masked onto the shortcut.
Oh, got masked.
Yep,
Okay.
he got masked onto the shortcut. A very good play from the enemy part, since masking someone onto the shortcut is a huge time loss. Um, Zamu's now pretty far behind, but doesn't really matter too much, since Ongs has first and a massive lead, Foon's second,
Yeah,
also with a bit of a lead. And if they get top 2, and if they take home that top 2, then they have won that set. Samu is shooting the orb here. We can assume that Ongs either has a protective item, or just doesn't care about the orb at all, because he's so far ahead. Zamu can definitely make up some positions here, because people lost fire because of the orb. If he gets a mask here, yeah, he gets a mask here, then he can take them all out and basically run home with a 5th place. And he gets another
Of
mask in
course,
6th place. Wow.
of course, he's doing it.
I mean, I guess that's the item rolls of an item god. He can take out the X here, yeah, and he can probably also take out Doom here and get 3rd. Yeah, he gets
Yeah.
the HFC. HFC on his screen he's ahead, so it's gonna be down to who has the better time, and it's actually HFC wins by a frame. Haha.
Okay. Okay.
But then again, they got first, second, and fourth, which means Team Finland won this
Usually
set.
one.
They
Yes.
won. Yeah, the last race is not gonna affect anything anymore. Team Saudi Arabia lost to Team Finland. They still have to play that race because of the point difference. That's gonna matter. But yeah, Team Finland won. Props to them. Ongs, insane job. Samu, insane job. Vizixen as well, and Foons. Um, they played fantastic, and the point difference speaks for itself.
I mean, fantastic. Fantastic is an underestimate, dude. Like they are absolute madman.
Yeah,
Like this is unbelievable.
we have
They are doing
seen many insane plays, which is also why I wanted to stream Zamu's perspective since he is playing the support. Of course, Foons did his own job. He did front running. So yeah, props to Team Finland. They definitely deserve that win.
They deserved it, definitely. Well played, well played. But I mean, it's nothing is lost. It's still the seeding phase, and they still
Yes,
have like
yes,
to get some points. The
of course,
Saudis, so
of course.
it's fine now. They shouldn't cry. They should just do their best now on the last track and get like the get the most out of it
Yep.
at the end of the day. I mean,
We can see the scores on Zamu's screen. Finland is leading with 49 points now. That's just massive. And yeah, that's the last race. Top 4 only gives 19 points, so there's no way for them to catch back up. And of course, this is only the seeding phase. Losing here doesn't really matter at all. Saudi Arabia can theoretically still win the entire World Cup if they play well from now on. So nothing's lost. Team Finland can't sit on their asses. They still have to stay on the top. They have to train if they want to keep winning. So yeah, nothing is set in stone yet.
I mean, they just have to try to get as much points as possible now
Mm.
in the last one, and that's it. There are
Yep.
still some. We have still a reason to race and to play.
Yep. For sure, for sure. The point difference at the end definitely matters, so they should still focus on getting as many points as possible. That's totally correct. So, Zamu is probably going to do what we call the Zamu tech. He is likely going for the 2 Wumpa crates at the start, and if he's lucky and rolls a mask, then he can take out players very early, and it seems like the lobby crashed again.
This is untruthful. This cannot be.
Yeah,
But
that's the racing game of the year for you. Unfortunate, but it seems like the lobby crashed again.
I mean, HFC is still loading the game.
Both
think that's the
screens
reason.
are. Yikes, this is a yikes.
Wait, I will try to reload. Okay, he now joined. Nope.
Nah, they are probably going to redo the
Nope.
lobby now.
Again. Good lord. Good lord. And we have
Hmm.
we have 60 viewers now,
Yep,
and the lobby got glitched again.
yep. Perfect, perfectly
Yeah,
polished
having
game.
technical difficulties, guys. Yo, what's up, Sphinx, my guy? What's up?
Hey, yo, what's up, Sphinx? Yeah, seeing the game crash, like the lobbies crash, when there's an important event going on is a bit sad always, but you know. And Onks smiling into the camera. For everyone who doesn't know, this is Onks. He's the guy with the most points.
The most points.
Oh,
Okay,
it seems like they are just starting no matter what starting positions they are having. So, okay, if everyone agrees to do so, then that's fine. Yo, Onks. Smiling into
hi.
the camera.
Okay, they are starting immediately. What?
Yep, as I said, it seems like they don't care about the starting positions. So, they are just.
Yeah, understandable. I mean,
Yeah, that's understandable. It's the last
not,
race. It
yeah,
doesn't really matter anymore. So, why should they even bother
like
setting up the
team
lobby again?
Finland, yeah, Team Finland like won already, so there is no reason
Yep,
to
yep.
accomplish the matters.
Exactly. And if everyone agrees to use a custom starting line pattern, then
It's
that's
yeah,
fine.
yeah, it's allowed, so it's fine. So Zamu is so crazy that he has a tech named after him, huh?
Um, yeah,
Zamu tech.
we call many different techs Zamutech. Zamutech is on every track something that only Zamu would ever do. So, yeah. The strat that he is going to use here was also found by him, and I think the lobby crashed again. Actually,
You gotta be kidding me.
this is ridiculous. I wish Beanox would see this sometimes. The race is just, it's like, what do you even want to say to this? The online mode in this game is so bad, and it's actually a
It's really
shame.
so bad. It's laughable.
It's a
It's
shame.
embarrassing.
It's really a shame, and yeah, what do you want to do? It is what it is, and we just have to cope with it somehow.
Yeah, they have to leave again, I guess, and they should just join someone else. Someone else should host. Just invite them all, just real quick and then start. This is ridiculous.
Yep.
Good lord! Imagine something like this happens in the World Cup finals. No, good lord, please,
Yeah.
please.
And this is what won the racing game of the year award. You have to imagine that. If the standards are this low nowadays, I don't know. Yeah, they probably need to redo the lobby anyway. Oh, now the race is starting. Yeah, but they are not doing anything. So, yeah. Okay, so they are redoing the lobby again for the fourth time now, I guess. So yeah, here we go again.
Someone should send this, clip this, and send to Beanox. I swear to God. And it happens on your favorite track, Garma.
Yep.
So bad. You are losing your immersion, dude. Like this is so bad.
Ah, this is okay.
They should just invite quickly each other. That's it, because they will not like care about the checkered layout. So they should just invite each other, and that's it.
I guess, yeah, that's probably the best idea.
So you mentioned Zamu Tech in Koala Carnival is basically taking the two like Wampa crates in the beginning.
Yep. You can, when you jump down on the big hill, you can get the first item crate. And usually Zamu waits a little bit before he actually rolls the item. And instead he goes wide and takes the first Wumpa crate on the right side and then jumps left over the fire to get the second Wumpa crate. And if he gets a mask, then he can basically take out the enemy team already at the start. It's a very powerful technique. If you get a mask, it's very powerful. Of course, you can end up with a super engine. In that case, it's not that good, but it's a gamble after all, you know?
Like, did Zamu like teach you guys like in GSC like these texts? Like, did he
Yep,
like
yep. Zamu actually does that a lot. He likes to rewatch clips of our own wars, and we usually discuss them and talk about options. What could we have done differently? Of course, not everything can be really practiced because a lot of the stuff that happens on the track just depends on what items you get. But there's some basic things that you need to keep in mind. And Zamu in general, he takes players' clips, discusses it with them. He talks about other options. Um, what could we do in a given situation and stuff like that. And he's basically coaching everyone a little bit about items, better item plays, and other stuff. And his input is definitely valuable, for sure.
hmm So Zamu is the GSC coach, GSC item coach.
Yeah, yeah, basically. And his item knowledge is insane. It's so extensive.
Yo, pizza in the chat. It's like being in uni all over again. So that's how it feels, huh, guys?
I would pay Samu for CTR classes. Nah, but for real. So we see HFC redoing the lobby for the final time, hopefully. Um, yeah, of course. The distance between those players play a major role here. Finland versus Saudi Arabia. It's definitely a noticeable distance physically, and you just see it. The connection is so much worse with Arabian players. The desync is a bit worse. It's just, the distance is just so high, and that's something you can't change. It is how it is.
At least we saw no one porting around, so it was. I mean, it was bearable. It
Yeah, there
wasn't.
was no lag. Luckily, nobody was teleporting around. We had some glitch positions, but that affected the Finland team probably more than the Arabian team. Um, but yeah, connection-wise, it was alright, considering the distance between those two countries. Um, yeah. It seems like we are good to go on Koala Carnival. Something interested that I haven't mentioned so far is we actually see 3 of the Finnish players use Pyrrha. Like usually teams do some sort of color coordination. It's not necessarily color coordination, but just character coordination, which means that every player on the same team plays the same character. Foons, of course, he loves Pinstripe. He always plays Pinstripe. But we actually see Vizixen, Funs, and Zamu all play Pura. Um, the Saudi Arabian team doesn't do character coordination as well. They just play whatever they want. Definitely also interesting difference.
So are we going to start? Finally, after approximately 20 minutes waiting for the last
Hopefully,
track,
hopefully.
hopefully we will start.
Zamu with the intro cutscene. Nice, and we are starting. Let's go. Koala Carnival. Zamu probably
Good
going to do
God, finally.
Zamu Tech. He didn't get this. He intentionally didn't take the speed ghost. He gets 3 bombs. A bit unfortunate. He can't do much with these bombs in this position. He gets hit,
Mm.
and yeah, kind of unfortunate. If he had gotten a mask here, he could have taken out the entire team. Um, Nice movement here through the little cave to get the 10 boom bars.
But
And
as you said, like you said, it's like a gamble after
yep,
all.
yeah, it's a gamble after all. It may work, it may not work, and you never know. He gets another mask here, which is pretty good, I guess. But he's a little bit behind. He goes, oh, and loses fire. Yeah, he's catching up to HFC, and he will probably take out HFC. Oh no, he actually misses him. Okay, interesting. Yeah, HSC on his screen, he's behind Zamu as well now. He doesn't have any item as we can see above, so he's not gonna target Zamu. Um, he's taking out Scree. Um, HSC with the Warp Orb though. A very destructive item, can do a lot of damage, but he gets bomb bounce.
Okay, gets free, okay.
That's one struggle of players with a power item. Like sometimes you just can't use the Warp Orb immediately and you have to wait on your teammates to get some kind of to get like, wow, did he actually snipe him? Holy shit!
Unbelievable. Nice one. Oh,
That's a
oh,
nice back bump though, and he gets comboed.
okay.
That bomb was insane. I don't. I'm in
You're
disbelief.
speechless. You're speechless.
Holy shit. Um, yeah. What what I wanted to say was basically being stuck in the back with a power item can be a bit unfortunate since you can't defend yourself against anything. So yeah,
You can't keep rolling for new items since you have to wait for your teammates to give it a command
yep,
to use the orb, and you're kind of stuck. You're stuck.
yep. You're basically
So,
stuck, and if you get comboed by the enemy team,
mm,
there's not much you can do. You see Samu take that, and he gets respawned. That's unfortunate. HFC is finding the warp up after getting hit. Probably not a good idea since it won't target anyone from the enemy team. It will only target first place, but first place is already on the finish line, so that warp up doesn't really change anything anymore. And
yeah,
he also
yeah.
gets clocked now. And another orb. What the fuck? Holy shit! 3 power items in one lap. Wow. But yeah, those aren't really gonna change anything anymore. HFC is last. We can see the 6th and Phones in the front. Zamu and Ongs getting 6th and 7th, so they take home another win on the last track. Yeah, well played. Well played.
Yeah, very, very chaotic last race, to be honest.
Yep, yeah, there was a lot of things happening for sure, especially the power
Because
items.
all the waiting for for the lobbies.
Yeah,
I got tired.
yeah, that was a good race, though. Yeah, and in general, just a very good match. We saw Finland definitely dominating here. They won pretty much every single race except for Gingerbread Joyride. No, Tiny Temple, except for Tiny Temple. And yeah, what can I say? Yeah, Finland wins by 54 points. It's insane.
Yeah, it's well deserved at the end. It's well deserved. Great plays. They really, really outdid themselves.
Yep.
I never saw them playing like this. This is really, really great play. This is top level play. This is as high as you can get in CTR competitive play. So it's really, like I said, they deserved it. So
For
well
sure,
played.
for sure,
Well,
for
well
sure.
played, Finland.
For sure, well played, Finland.
No victory dance by Onks. What's up? Onks, we want some victory dance. Come on, man. You're in the chat here, I can see. Come on. Give
any,
us some victory dance.
any victory dances? Oh, is he going to do it?
Yeah.
Wow, he's dancing. That's the victory dance. There you go.
Go. Go. This is how you celebrate your win. Let's go, Onks. Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. So yeah, GG's to both teams.
Yep. Very, very well played from Finland. Yeah. What can I say?
Why Vittu? Why Vittu? I don't understand. Doesn't that mean like fuck in Finnish? Something like that?
I
Vittu?
think so. I don't. I actually
Shit.
don't know. I
Shit.
don't speak Finnish,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
can't really
Any
say
Finnish
much about it.
just like that? I think it's something like that. Vittu means fuck. Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay, nice. Okay, I just see shut down his stream. Let's see if there's anyone who I could rate. Foons has ended his stream as well. Um, I'm
Everyone
gonna I'm gonna
has
send everyone over to Zamu.
wow,
Um,
yes. Why not?
yeah. This was a very exciting match. I hope our
Great. This is some great top play. This is
yep
this is so exciting.
yep. I hope it was fun to watch, and I hope our commentary was well done. Um, I will. We will probably restream more matches that are coming up. Germany is going to play against Colombia tomorrow. So yeah, there's still a lot of matches coming up, and we will definitely restream some of those with English commentary. And I hope if a lot of people turn in. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna send everyone over to Zambu. So thanks for everyone who has watched. I hope it was
Thanks for watching,
enjoyable.
guys. Thanks for watching.
And yeah, thanks for watching.